how to play Beat It on the guitar. Hey there, this is Chad Garber, and in this video I'm going to show you how to play Beat It by Michael Jackson on the guitar. Here are some of the parts. Alright, and then there is and then there is okay, so that's it. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. In the meantime, if you do like these kind of videos and you want to see more of them, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and hitting the little notification bell. That will give you notices every time I put up a new video. Because I'll be doing at least one guitar lesson a week, if not a lot more. And so if you want to get a notification of a guitar, at least one guitar lesson a week, then go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And so here we go. Okay, the first part. You start off with an open E. Then you take your pointer finger and hit the 3rd fret of the low E string. Alright, then you're going to take and this part's a little tricky, it's a little bit tricky, but once you get used to it, it's okay. But you're going to take your ring finger, and you're going to pick on the 5th fret of the low E, but you're not going to stay there long at all. You're actually going to slide straight into the 7th fret from the 5th fret. So you're going. Only reason you're picking the 5th fret is so you can slide to the 7th fret from it, if that makes sense. So that's the trickiest part of the song right there. Because it's hard, sometimes it's easy to go, slide further or not far enough. And so then what you do though is, so after you hit the 7th fret of the low E, that's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Then you're going to hit the 5th fret on the D string. And I guess that is part of the trickiest part. The 5th fret of the D string. Using your pointer finger. And so you got to slide, so you got the slide and you got to skip that A and pick the D on the 5th fret of the D string without hitting the A string. So that's a little tricky. And then you're going to use your ring finger and hit the 7th fret of the A string. And then with your ring finger on the 7th fret of the A string still, you're going to slide it to the 9th fret of the A string. You use your pointer finger to go back to the 7th fret of the A string. And then back to the 5th fret of the A string. And then you hit twice on the first time around. So and in the second time around, you do the exact same thing, except you just hit the 5th fret on the A string once. So I'll just go through the whole thing, both 2 times slowly. And again, this part's a little tricky, to get faster. Again, so that's all good. The next part is, I think it's happening while one of the guitars is doing that, somebody else is doing it. And all that is you're putting your pointer finger on the 12th fret of the D and the G strings. You hit that twice. Doing. So what that is you hit that, you pick it down, just those 2 strings. You pick those 2 down, and then you muffle them. You take your finger. You don't move your finger completely off the fret, but you take it. You don't press it anymore. You just hold the strings there. And you go. So it's. yeah, so you go, and then you hit that again. You hit the 12th fret of the D and the G strings with your pointer finger again after you do the muffle part. So it's, hear that? And then you end up on with your ring finger on the 14th fret of the D string, and you repeat it. See how they hear that part though? Okay? And the next part's easy. You're just gonna do power chords, and you're gonna do E to D, and then D to C to D. You'll see. So you start with the E power chord, which is just your pointer finger on the 5th fret or the 7th fret of the A string, and your ring finger on the 9th fret of the D string. Yeah. So you go. Then you slide it down to the D power chord, which is your pointer finger on the 5th fret of the A string and your ring finger on the 7th fret of the D string. Check out my delay. It sounds dumb with the delay. Then you do it again. Then you go to the C power chord, which is your pointer finger on the 3rd fret of the A string and your ring finger on the 5th fret of the D string. And then back to the D. And then back to the first one. Okay, and that's the whole song. The cool thing about this lick is that Eddie Van Halen, actually, I don't know if you know this, probably know this if you play guitar, but Eddie Van Halen is the guy who does the solo, and it's one of his, in my opinion, one of the coolest solos I've ever, he ever played. But I'm not going to show you how to do that solo, but I can show you how to do a cool solo. All you have to do for soloing on that part is you do an E pentatonic scale, and I'm going to record this real quick for you. Whoops. We use my other guitar for the solo. So you do an E pentatonic scale and you can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. And that is the lesson. And so hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, again, give me a like or whatever. And again, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And I will see you later. Thanks for watching.